Pabitra bhajo. That's Pabitra bhajo beli yanadi tuna. That means Pabitra bhajule beli yanadi tuna. So, or Pabitra bhajo. When you say only Pabitra bhajo, how would you say? Pabitra bhajo. Just get pause. Pabitra bhajo beli yanadi tuna. Okay, but Pabitra bhajo beli yanadi tuna. Or Pavitra Beliyanadi Tuna. That means Pavitrale Beli Garnu Bhayo. Pavitra Bhajule Beli Garnu Bhayo. So this is how it goes. Okay. So we learn this affirmative and negative also. What happened?
Video lost now, sir. Yeah.
Well, that's why I was wondering what happened. I don't know what has happened.
Sir, yana भन्ने चाहिँ auxiliary verb जस्तै हो.
त्यस्तै हो yana. And Vishnu sir will clearly explain about the verb and its transformation, the transformation of the verb, the past tense, the present or future, whatever it is, he will tell you in detail. So don't worry. I'm just doing this a little conversation. So Anurup Bhajo, so we are just having some conversation. My video is, I don't know what has happened. It is turning up and down. So Anurup Bhajo, so just ask me if I had my dinner in Nepalbhasa.
Oh, English would have been easier.
So we are just practicing that.
Remember, sir, I have to check.
No, Anurup,
it's
it's on the board itself. It's in the Pabitra sir's board.
It's on the board, but unfortunately my video, there's something wrong with my video. It is coming and going. I don't know what has happened.
It's coming.
Yeah, here it comes. It is again. Okay. Now it is just moving upside down.
Is it Valiana Dituna?
Yes, it is Beliyana Dituna. Yes, that is correct. It is Beliyana Dituna. But I want you to use my name or use the pronoun. I want you to use the pronoun or address me. Not only that, have you? Not only that, have your dinner. Just say you also, or my name.
Pabitra sir, Valiana Dituna.
Yes, yes. Pabitra sir, Beliyana Dituna. Yeah. So and I give two answers. One is affirmative and the other is negative. So J Beliyatuna, that means I have done my belly. Okay. J Beliyatuna. The other is J Beli Mayanane. I have not done my belly yet. Okay. J Beli Mayanane. So and Chi and Chon. Chi is the respected terms. Cha is the normal. Okay. So when a Chi person does something, that means tapaile or timile, then we give this this is actually known as the subject particle, this sign, and it gives the sound, the longer sound, and then it becomes chi, that means tapaile, and chon, that means timile. Okay. So, and with this, we will learn the another sentence also. One more sentence we are learning today. Now, this is in Devanagari, okay? This is in Devanagari, so don't get confused. We haven't learned this, the compound letters. This is in Devanagari. And this is in Nepal Lipi. This is a question. Let's assume that you are going somewhere and you are lost. I mean, you don't know where you are now. Then what would you say? What would you, when you meet someone and you want to know what this place is, then you would use this sentence, okay? For chutaka, to, this chutaka, what place is, okay? But what place is this? Okay, this what place is actually, if it goes the word by word the translation, then it means what this what place is. So that means what place is this? Tochutaka. Then how would you reply? To now you add the name of the place here, and that completes the answer. To Sanepa Kha, to Kopundol Kha, to Dumbarahe Kha, to Banepa Kha, to Patan Kha. And Gana, where you are from? Okay. I forgot all.
Balaji Kha.
Balaji Kha. Balaju Kha or Balaji Kha? Yes. Balaju Kha. This place is Balaju. Balaji means this Balajuma. This place is Balajuma. So now you can add just the name of the place and you can answer. Tho Balaju Kha. So this is how. To Chutaka. So to Chutaka. To Kha. Kha. So to Dazzling Kha, to Banepa Kha, to Patan Kha. So this is how you can answer. Okay. Now let's move to the China Akha, that is the compound letters. Okay, compound letters. As I said yesterday, the Nepalbhasa, the words in the Nepalbhasa or in Nepal Lipi, the words, when the letters are combined, it is written in the, not in the from left to right as it is in the Devanagari, with writing of half letters in between. But what we do is we write the from top to bottom, the letters to where the letters to be joined are written in top to bottom. That means, as I said yesterday, now I'm again writing this word, sambandha. Sambandha. So here we can see that this ma and no is written half, and the whole thing is written from left to right, okay? But in Nepal Lipi, what we do is, actually this is the sa, ma, the half sound, by adding this and ba, na, and tha, okay? Why I am using this Devanagari? I should have used this. Okay, sama banadha. So the nature of Nepal Lipi is we don't write the half letter. We always write the full letters, okay? So now if we write it like this, then yeah, it is also correct. Here you can understand that adding this sign that these letters are spoken half, okay? But in Nepal Lipi, it is written like this. Sa, ma at the top, and then ba down, and then no again at the top, and then da. So if you want to write the sambandha, this letter in Nepal Lipi, then what would you do? You write those letters which are to be combined or compound letters in this way, from top to down. If there is there are 3 letters, or if there are 4 letters, the sound with the 4 compound letters, then all letters are written down here. So this is the rule. This is the first rule to understand it. So that's why now what we do is, let's delete this and let's add, this is ko. This is half sound ko. And now let's add first the wo. Let's add first the wo. So now what you do is, as I said, that first you need to write ko here, and then the other letter comes down, okay? But how it is combined, I mean joined then? Because you cannot give 2 more at these 2 different letters, okay? So it has to be given only the single mo, and where it is to join then, this letter to where it is to join. And as I have told you when we learned the Chua Aka, when we write ku, I told you this place, to remember this is a mutupwa. So this is where the letter is joined. That means now it is written like this. So this is your copy line. This is your half line, okay? Now, first of all, have a look at the letters. This ko, okay, what the ko has. What the ko has. Ko has something that wo doesn't have.
La.
The tail.
La, yes, this la. So what you do is first, you don't write completely this letter. Never write the la aka completely. If you are going to add this letter to the other letters, okay? So that's why what we do first is, first we write from up to here, let's say up to half person, we just write like this, okay? And then, since I said this is the Mutupwa, this place is at the Mutupwa, so here we add this letter, and it has the single line touching at the mo, single line touching at the mo, that this line is added here. That means that it is dragged to the down, and then we write wo here, okay. Is it understood, Tula? Is it understood?
Thula.
Tula?
Thula.
Tula.
Yeah.
So after that, now we have written both the letters, okay? But what we need remaining is we need to add ha. That's why what we do is we just check it whether it is completely written or not from the bottom. First, we will check whether the bottom letter wo is written completely or not. here, if you see, the wo is written completely, right? So it has nothing to add, and so that's why it is complete. Now, then we check this letter, the ka. So now we know that we haven't written the ha. That's why now we need to write the ha. So when we write the ha, what we need to do is we shouldn't write it up to here only. But it is what we need to do is we just bring it down up to the bottom line. And this is ko. This is pronounced ko. So that means, what does the ha do? Ha does. So when you have a friend with you, and if you have a hand, what would you do? Just embrace him, right? So this is what it does. I mean, it just covers the bottom letter. So ha does cover the bottom letter. So this is the rule. That's why I have mentioned this is the ha dugu akhar. Okay. Thula or confused? Thula? Thula, okay. So let's write it once again. This is ka, the beginning part of ka, and the mutupa of ka lies here. So we add the line that is touching at the mo of wo from here, and then we write wo. We write wo, and we will check it whether these all letters are completed or not. So for that, what we do is we do check it from the bottom letter, and bottom letter is wo, that is complete, completely written, and so the remaining is the ka, and ka has ha to be written, so that's why we add ha, and it covers the bottom letter. Now it is pronounced as ko. Now it is pronounced as ko. Is it clear?
So what's the pronunciation for this? Ko.
Ko, ko. So that's what we say.
Ah.
Okay, so this pronunciation and this pronunciation, actually it is different, because when you pronounce this, you just make your mouth in a circle, ko. But when you pronounce this, you just bring your this upper lip a little more outside from your mouth, and it goes a little inside, and ko, 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 ko. But it is quite similar sound, right? It is quite similar sound, but and as I said, this we used for the other language words, and this is this is used for the Nepalbhasa words. So in Nepalbhasa, this kind of sound, there are too many this kind of sounds. Ko, ko, go, go. So this is how. So that's why it is very important, and it is also, this wo is regarded as the semi-vowel sound. Okay. So is it clear now? So here what we did is we add wo letter, wo, that is having a single line touching at the mo letter, to the ka. The ka has the ha, and we write this in this way. Okay, ko. Now let's add wo to the ka. Ka plus wo. Ka plus wo. So before that, what we need to know is where to add the wo. Where to add the wo? Where wo to be added? Where in the call you will add this wo?
Below that wo part, I think.
Below that wo part. No, don't say like that. I mean, just give the specific name.
Mutufa.
Mutupa, yes. Mutupa. Always say Mutupa, okay? So where is Mutupa of Kha when we write Ku? So this is the Mutupa, right? This is the Mutupa. So that's why, how would we write? Now let's first we write Kha. Since Kha is the a complete letter, it has no la, so we don't need to wait for write the Kha completely, so we can do it completely. So Kha is the first we write Kha completely. Then the Mutupa lies here. From here we drag the line, this line of wo, and then we just add wo, and this is Ko. This is Ko. Okay. This is Ko.
So that
Let me write.
wo will extend to the front part of the car, just half or something like that.
No, about this part.
Okay. थोड़ा.
Sorry, ख्वा लेख्नु पर्यो भने नि.
आउँछ. That comes. That we will going to learn sooner. Don't worry. Because this is the O sound letter. Okay. Because O has the O sound. The O is, we regard it as the semi-vowel sound. This is the O sound letter. So O, A, I, U, A. So if you add ko with wo, then it becomes ko. If you add ko with wa, then it becomes kwa. If you add ko with ku, we, then it becomes qui. So this is how it goes, the same way. And then you give the sochi also, okay? Shinafuti, milafuti, and lifuti. And you can pronounce it in a long sound, short sound, nasal sound longer, nasal sound shorter. So, okay. Is it understood now? Actually, this is the simple rule of writing this compound letters, okay? But in general writing, how we write is we don't write it the equal, write equally. I mean, half part ko and half part wo in general. And similarly here also, we don't write it like half part ko and half part wo. In general, how we write is, first we write ko. Since we know that it is to be written like this, so then we write like this, ko. Okay. The upper letter could be a bigger size. Upper letter could be a bigger size. But to understand it, how it is written, you should learn this first. Then once you understand how to write, how to combine the letters, then you can write it in the other form also. I mean, so similarly, how I write the ko, this is ko. To know the rules, you can write like this. This is also correct, and this is also correct. Okay. Okay, similarly, now go. Similarly, now go. I'm erasing this. So here also what we do is a half, let's say this is the half line, and then go. In general, how we write is the same way, but it becomes a little bit shorter. I mean, small. The lower is somehow becomes a smaller. In general, when we write in general, but to learn it, you should understand this thing first. Tula?
Tula, sir.
Tula, okay. So similarly, now where the mutupa of ka, and ka is the two lines touching more letters. And though it is also written in the same way like we did in the ka, because the mutupa lies here, so we just write ko. And mo. And mutupa of mo is here, or I said some people write it here also. So where you can do from here also. Mo. Mo. And so here we need to add wo, and if we add wo, then it has three letters. It has three letters. Okay, if we add o, then it becomes the combination of three letters. But since this is this single letter with the single sound, that's why what we do is first we write this. This is la, so we are not going to write la first, but we are writing like this. Then we write wo, wo, and then we give the la. This is mo, mo, mo. Okay, pronounced as mo. Let me write it once again in a bigger way. Okay. So it has the la, right? This is la, and the mutupa lies here. So as I said before, we are not going to write la first. Okay. So that's why what we do is first we again divide this into 25%. So what we do is first we give this, then okay, and the mutupa of this mo is here, and so here from here what we do is write wo, and we will check that whether these letters are completed or not from the bottom. And wo is completely written, no is also completely written. Now the ho remains, and the la of ha to be written. So that's why what we do is now we give la down that covers the all bottom letters. That covers the all bottom letters. Okay. The la should cover the all bottom letters. Now, so we have written added wo in the lhadugo akha, muamadugo akha, nidholo mole thugo akha. That means 2 lines touching at the mo akha, and a single line touching at the mo akha. So if you were given the other letters, can you do it by yourself now? Follow the same rule.
So it's very
Or is there any confusion? No, it is actually, it is not complicated. So what you need to understand is, okay, shall I delete this? Okay.
सर लास्ट को कुन वर्ड रे म पछिको
Yo,
हजुर
this sound mo, mo,
म
mo, mo. Yes, mo, and mo, mo.
no.
Oh, yeah. I mean, okay, what you need to know, one thing is that all sounds are not used in Nepalbhasa. Whatever we have learned, I mean, we have given the sign to all the letters, but all those signs are not used in Nepalbhasa. But it can be used, it can used for the other languages also. Maybe we haven't heard so many, there are so many languages in the world, and we haven't heard many languages. So there might be some sound that may need the sound more. Okay, so if they say, do you have that letter in that this sound represents, do you have that kind of letter this mo sound represents, that is in our language? So that then we can say that yes, we do have this letter. So that's what I mean. So we are learning in this way. Whatever we have learned so far, after adding the saw chi or the sound sign, we don't pronounce all those sounds in. We might not pronounce all those sounds. We may not need that all sounds also, but it can be used in the other language. If the words from the other language to be written in Nepal Lipi, then you can write it in Nepal Lipi with these letters, with these sounds. So that's why we are learning. So, okay. The first rule of compound letters, China Akha, is writing from top to bottom. The first rule of compound letter is writing from top to bottom, okay? Top to bottom. And the second is, it is added at the Mutupwa. It is added at the Mutupwa. Plus, okay, I'm giving this sign for the letters. Any letters, it could be any letters, with the single line touching at the more letters. So this is the rule. All you need to understand is this. Just add the letters that you want to add at the Mutupwa of the upper letter. This is the simple rule. And the third rule is never write la before. Never write la before. When you are adding any letters to the la dugo akha, any letters to the Lhaduga Akha, never write Lha before. First, what you do is add those letters to be added in the Lhaduga Akha without writing the Lha first. Then, after writing completely all those letters to be added in the Lhaduga Akha, only at the last, when you check that all those are written correctly or not, to check that, you need to check it from the bottom letters. So when you come at the top letters, that is the Lhaduga Akha, only then that you write the La. These are the rules. Okay. Now, now let's try. Let's try. Yes, yes.
Sir, can we try a couple of words that have compound letters so that we know how to use them?
No, before we write the compound letter, before we write the words, let's learn the compound letters, how to write the compound letters.
Okay.
Only then we will learn some of the compound letters. I mean now there is another thing also. This here we only add this wo, and it has the single line touching at the mo letters, right? But what if we add the another word, another letter that has the double line touching at the mo? If we add the mo maduga akha letters? And what happens when we add the any other letters to the mo maduga akha? So there are lots of things to be learned. So that's why don't worry, we will be learning smoothly. Don't worry. So do you understand this thing first now? Yes. So show me some letters. Okay, show me the. Okay, I will be writing here some letters. Okay, then what you need to do is add wo to these letters. Okay, one is za, okay, and this, and similarly, pa, ha, ha, and ha. Will you try? Will you try it? Just add wo to these letters. You don't need to show me that. You don't need to show me like this. I'm in ja plus wo. You don't need to show me. You don't need to show me this. Just simply write the how it is written. Okay, let's try it. So once you can write in this letter, then you will write it all correctly. Because it has here, have a look here before you write. Have a look here. So this is the single line touching letter, and this is the Lhaduga Akha. And before you add any letter, the wo to these letters, make sure that where the mutupwa is. First, you find the mutupwa is, and this is the mo maduga akha as well as the Lhaduga Akha. This is the mo maduga akha as well as the Lhaduga Akha, and this is the double line touching at the mo letters. And pa is something very peculiar letter, so that's why I give this. And pa, so you know that when pa is written, pa is added with ukar, the bhu. When we write bhu, the shape changes. When you write bhu, the shape changes, right? So now the mutupwa lies the other side. So that's where you need to add the wo. And similarly, ha. Ha also, the mutupa is different. When you write who, it is differently written. If you look at your copy, then you will see that. So that is where you need to add this wo. Okay, please do it yourself. Then I will check that. And okay, Jeevan sir has done that. Yes, Joe is incorrect. Who is correct? Who is correct? Who is correct? Who is correct? No is correct. But Jeevan sir, Joe is incorrect. Joe is incorrect. All others are correct.
So Joe or Cho?
Joe.
Joe. Okay. Cool.
This is not correct. So everybody does that kind of mistake in Joe. Okay, how many of you have done Suna Yanadi Tuna? Let me see. Suna Yanadi Tuna. Yeah, that is correct. But there is something to be small correction needed. That is fine, but small correction needed. Okay, Anurup, can you show me? Yes, Joe is correct. Joe is not correct. The same mistake, and Mo is correct, and little down. Yes, Po and Fo is correct. Yes, Po is correct. Okay, Ho is also correct. Okay, fine. But Joe is not correct. Joe. Find the mutupa of Joe. Find the mutupa of Joe. Where the mutupa lies. Okay. Any Resam Bhaja, please? Yes. Yeah. A little more towards the right. Okay. A little more down. Please bring down your copy. Little more up. And yeah, Cho, let me have a look at the Cho. Cho, little more down. Please bring down your copy. Yes, Cho is correct. Joe is also correct, but you need little correction there. Cho, Jo, No, Po, Ho, Ho, Fo. Fo is not correct. Resham Bhaja, Fo is not correct. And Vijay Bhaja, Shirala, Vijay Bhaja, yes, a little more closer to the camera, sir. Cho, Ka, Cho, No, Po, Ho, Ho. For there is no wo in pa, and there is no. Okay, jaw is not correct. Okay, and ho is also not correct. Okay, ho you did yeah, ho is correct. Okay, okay. Any Arya Mazu, Suba Vijay Bhajan. I will show you again. A little more closer to the camera. Jo, yeah, Jo has the mo dugo aha, and Jo need little correction. Po. Yes, all correct except Jo. Suba Arya ma'am, Arya Mezu Suba. So any other? Kumar Bhaju, Cho, Jo, the other Jo is correct, but it still needs some correction. And yes, Mo is correct, Po is correct, Po is correct, and Vo needs correction, and Ho also needs correction. Okay, so, and now who remains? Who remains? Nandita Meju? Is it Nandita Meju remains? Yes.
Yeah, it's me, but I don't know.
Did you try?
Can you see?
Did you try?
Yeah, I did try.
Okay, please show me.
Okay. But can you see the video? Is it visible? Because I'm using a new device. I have some security. I think so. I have to go to the settings and change the thing.
Yeah, I can only see you, not the copy.
Okay. Now is it visible?
Yeah, I can see the copy, but not the letters. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now yes, I can see it now. Joe is correct. Joe is somehow correct, but still need a little correction. And you haven't written more. No.
Yeah.
Po is correct. Po is correct. Po is correct. And Ho you haven't written yet. Okay.
No.
Now let me write it these letters. Okay. Okay. All of you have done quite correctly, but a little corrections are needed. Okay. Let me write it. First, you wrote so. That's fine. You wrote like this. That's fine because the mutupa of cho lies here. Okay, let me write it in a little different way. I mean, the learning way. So this is cho, and the mutupa of cho lies here. So we drag the wo from here, and then this is cho. It's correct. So in jo, what we do is when we write ju, we write like this, right? Ju. This is Ju. So one of I think Arya ma'am forget to give this more. So the mutupa lies here. Actually, this is la. This is la. Some of you added wo here. So this never write anything on la. Always write on mutupa. Okay. So that's why this is somehow written like this. So the mutupa lies here. Now what we do is when we write jo, we just regard this place as the mutupa. Actually, this is somewhere at this place is mutupa. But instead of turning a slightly bending towards the left, what we do is we drag a straight line down, and then we give this wo, and then we give dilha. Jo is written like this. Jo is written like this. Of course, you have learned the correct way. I mean, you have written this. This is also the correct form. But if you go and if you have a look at the old manuscripts and all those things, then it is written like this. It is written like this. So that's why we are teaching and we have been writing this jo instead of this. Okay. So always write jo like this. And similarly here, but here mo is first you write the mutupa of nyo lies here, nyo lies here. So here you write this thing, and then after that you give the la, okay, covering the bottom letter. This is also correctly you have written. And pa is, this is pa, and mutupa of pa lies here. That's why we add here the wo. This is 4. This is 4. And similarly, pa, when we write fu, let me explain. This is pa, this is pa. But when we write fu, it is written like this. Sorry. it is written like this. So the mutupa of bha lies here. So this is where we add. So that's why we write first bha, then the line of wo, line of o, and then we write this, and then give. This is also you did correctly. And the ha is something like this. When we write ha, it is written like this, as you know. But when we write who, how would we write? It is written like this, okay? So this means that the mutupa lies here. The mutupa lies here. But actually, though we give this line and the mutupa is here, we must assume that from this place the mutupa starts. From this place the mutupa starts. This ha has something different character. So so it has something like that. Whatever letters comes to join in this ha, or in whatever letter it is to be joined, the other letter is always comes down in ha, always comes in bottom. What I mean is, when you add, you have already know how to write na, right? So this na plus ha is also na. Okay. Here the na comes first, right? And ha comes later, but it is written like this. And if the ha comes first and na comes later, it is also written like the same way. So ha has something different, something peculiar character. And I don't know why it is that, but we have been writing like this. So this place, though when we write who, we give ukar here, the mutupa is here, but it is regarded as it is from here. So that's why when we add the other letter, then we would write the lines of the other letter from here, and then we write this, and then after that we give la. So this is how it is written. Okay, it is just written like na, ma, la, ra. So similar way. Okay. So I think that now you can write all those other letters with the wo added. Or is there anything? Jo, this is correct. This is correct. No, this is also correct, but we see that this kind of things are written mostly in the manuscripts and all those things. So that's why we have been using this.
Sir.
Azur, yes.
If then in chua also, I think just like jaw will just pull that that shape down, right, sir? Chua also.
Oh, the Kshatragya?
Yeah. Chua. Yeah. Chua. Kshatragya. Chua. Just like it also has. Yeah.
It can be written in both ways. No, it can be written in both ways. So what you can do is, you can write it like this also, or you can write it like this also. Okay. Because this is also, I said that this letter is also not used in Nepalbhasa words, so that's why it can be written in this way, and or either this way or this way. The both are correct. Okay. So if you were given the letters I mean all those ba, kha, then can you add wo to all these letters now? Do you think you can do that? Do you think?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Not sure if it will.
So yeah, you can do that. Don't worry. So now let's learn some other things. Okay. Now let's add the other letter. Other letter. Okay. Now we have learned ka, kha, ga, ga, ma, ma, and some cha, za, so some letters. Now let's add tha, da, tha, da, pa, ma, and okay. I'm selecting randomly, so that's why it's not in a sequence. Okay, ta, ta, cha, cha, ba. Okay. Now, I asked you to add ra in these letters. Ra. Add ra in these letters. This is ba, right? Okay. Add ra in these letters. This is tha, da, ma, ta, tha, cha, ba. Follow the similar rule. I mean, don't go beyond that. Just follow the similar rule. First, you find the mutukwa, then just add the mutukwa, add the line of the ra, and then give the beginning part of ra. Just simply follow the rule. And there is no Rahibu Aka. It's Sidala. Sidala. So if you have completed, then show me. If you have done that, then show me. Okay. Jivan Haju, always first. Yeah. Tra, dra, mra, tra, tra, dra, bra. Yes, correct. 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 Now you can write all those letters, adding wo and adding ra. Now you know that how to write it. You won't do mistakes now. I hope. Once you know where to add the place where to add the mutupa, then you won't get confused. And be careful at the Lhadugo Apa, just that. Yes, Resam Hazu, show me. Yeah, tra, dra, mra, tra, tra, sra, bra. Yes, correct. Kumar sir, yes. Yeah, tra, dra, mra, tra. Tra, I need a little correction. Tra is also correct. Tra and bra. Tra need a little correction. You should go a little up. I mean, the round part of the ta, please go a little more up.
Sir, ठीक छ sir.
Which one? Yes, it's correct. Now you can write stressed. Okay, but give more. Give more to the sha and ta.
Okay.
Yes, Jivan Bhaja. Not Jivan Bhaja, Vijay Bhaja, sorry. Vijay Bhaja, are you showing that? Okay. Down. Okay. Tra, dra, mra, tra, 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 bra. Yeah, correct. A little more correction needed in ta. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Nandita Major, tra, dra, mra, tra, 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 bra. Yeah, correct. Correct, Nandita Major. Yeah, correct. But tha, you have written tha in a little different to that of the, you have written tha like the Devanagari.
Okay.
You should have written the tha, the previous one, I mean.
The first one, right? The first one is correct.
The first one, right, yes.
Mm.
It should have an angle. It should be angled, not the round shape, the tha.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now all are fine. All are fine. And da, give more to the da. Da has the more. The second one, yeah, it's okay. Swear, Nandita ma'am. Swear. I will also show you. Swear. Now, Bazu, are you showing? Show me. Yeah. No. Yes. Tra, dra, mra, tra, and sa, and dra. Yes, correct. So, Arya Meju, closer to the camera. Tra, yes, tra, no, tra. Little more down. I mean, please bring your copy a little more up. Tra, yes, correct. And bra, yes, correct. Correct, Suba. So any remain? Yeah, all of you have shown me. Okay. So now you know that how to join how to make the compound letters, right? So this is, so Nandita Meju, when you write tha, just give this kind of angle here, and then give this thing, and then add ra. Okay, so you have written something like the Devanagari tha, that is like this. So don't write it like this. It's not the round shape. It's something has an angle and then like this. Okay, tra and dra also. So when you write da, do, the mutupa lies here. So from here you write the line of the ra, and then dra, tra, dra, and mra also. So mutupa lies here. So here you add ra. Okay, and similarly ta. So I mentioned someone. I think Vijay sir. I think so. Vijay sir, what you did is you just brought ra from here, right? So when you write it like this, sometimes it seems like da is ra is added to da. So that's why what I said is always write a little more up these things, and this is not the place actually, but at the middle of this part, this line at the exactly below this line. So ra. And similarly, tha also. So when you write ra in tha, yes, of course, you can write it here also, but it is better that if you write it a little more towards the left, slightly, and then give a little space, and then write it like this. Tra. And tra is also correct. You have written correctly. So this is cha, and the mutupa lies here, and from here you draw ra, and then
Sir,
bra.
sir, that
Yes.
is there more, okay?
Sorry,
More.
it's more madhugaka. It's more madhugaka. Yeah, I do also make mistakes sometimes.
Thaw is also more madhugaka, right?
Yes, this both tha is more madhugaka.
Thaw and thaw.
Both tha is more madhugaka. Okay. Now, do you want to try another also? If you are ready, I mean, do you want to try another? Okay, let's do that. Now, let's do that. Let's write. And what letter to be added, I will write it later. First, in this letter, what you need to do is add, okay, this letter and so in these letters, now add law. Add law. Add law. Try it. The first letter is this nya. Nya is having two la. Okay, one is of the nya and other is of the ha. So Jivan Bhajo.
So how will we pronounce this first one then with Nia with law?
No, maybe it cannot be pronounced. I mean, it's no. Maybe it cannot be pronounced, but we are just learning. We are just learning
Okay.
how to write the compound letters. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
No, 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 no. The law sound, it is difficult to pronounce. We may not have this kind of sound. We do not have this kind of sound, so we can't pronounce it. But we are just learning how to write the compound letters. So that's why I've given this thing. Okay, here Nandita Meju. Okay, Nandita Meju, slightly correction needed at the first letter. Okay, and the second one, yes, yeah, and the second one is also correct. Can you bring it a little more closer to the camera, please? Yes, yeah, okay. Yeah, law is correct. Law double is correct. Slaw is correct. Law is, yeah, all correct. All correct, Major. All correct, except the first one, a slightly correction needed, that's all. Yeah, the first one, slightly correction needed. It is fine, but a slight correction that I will say, don't worry. So, and who is the next? Subha. Okay, Resham Bhajo, a little more towards the left. Yeah. Nandita Meju, can you look at how the Resham Bhajo written the first one? This is the correct one. Okay. What you did incorrect, correction needed in your writing is you didn't give the la of nyo to the covering the bottom letter.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I understood.
Okay, so it's and who is going to show me? Okay, let me have a look at the Arya Meju first. Arya Meju, yeah, you did the same kind of correction. You also need others are correct. Others are correct. And Vijay Bhajo, is it Vijay Bhajo, the Zoom user? Yes. Okay. Yeah. No. No. It's little incorrect. The first letter. Okay. And the second letter is correct. And third is. Can you bring it little more up your copy? A little more up. I can see the bottom letters. Yeah. Law is also correct. Yeah. Slaw and pla and slaw. Yes. All correct. Correct, but there are some letters in which the mo is needed. Okay. So who is next? Excuse me, just wait for a few minutes. Someone is calling me, okay? I need to go. I mean, Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay now. So, who remains? Yes, Kumar Bhaje. Yes, correct. Down. Yes, all correct. Kumar Bhaje, all correct. And now the who remains? Anurup Bhaje.
So still doing.
Yeah. Please try it.
Hello.
Busy sir, we can hear you.
Kilo photo like गरिरहेको थियो नि त
Okay. Anurup, start ready? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Cover the bottom letter from la of the second letter. Okay. The nya and la. Yes, la plus la. Yeah, all correct except this thing. So this is first. What you do is first you write this. Okay, whenever the la dugo aka comes, first, all you need to do is do not to write la first. You write the front part of the letter. Okay, now you add the mutufa of no is here, so you add here law. It could be law, it could be wo, it could be ra, it could be any letters having a single line touching at the mo. Okay. So, and after that, so you have already written the three letters that is that to be added. So now check it from the bottom. Law is completely written, and this letter nyo is remaining. It has a la to be written. So first you cover this.
That's
okay?
also la.
Then,
it's
yes, this is also
line.
la. Yes, this is also la. This is also la. So I told you that this is the only letter that has the la and that doesn't have mo. So this is also the la. And after that, what you do is the remaining is ha, and ha needs to be written with the la. So bring this la and cover the whole letter down. This letter covers, this la covers this letter, but this la covers the all letters below. And then this. Okay. So this is how it is written. And the rest of the things that you have written is perfect. So I give you 100% marks for that. So now, if you were given the single line touching more letters to be added to the all the ba akha, I hope that you can do it now. Yes. Any confusion? Okay. If you won't have this kind of this confusion, then we are going to learn the 2 lines touching more added to the ba akha tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we will have the guest. So be there at time. So we will have the guest, and who is going to explain something about the heritage and the the settlements of the Newa people, how exactly how the Newa people are settled in the Kathmandu Valley, how they have established this kind of things, or the city, the old city, or whatever you say. So this is the person that is going to explain those things tomorrow. So I'm not going to mention his name right now, but all I can say is the person is he. and I will give you the other introduction of him tomorrow. So if you don't have anything of confusion, then I must say that I want to stop this class now. So is there anything, any confusion?
How do you say good night in Nepalbhasa?
There is no such a word good night in Nepalbhasa, but actually because we just a little time back, I mean about 10-15 years ago, when we were in a we have a radio program in the FM stations. So the RJs has so translated the good night, the English word, into Nepalbhasa, and they give this word. They give this word. Bhitsa. Bhi means good, sa means night, good night. But we do not have such a word in Nepalbhasa. But what we say is yaung ka thandisa or bala ka thandisa. Yaung ka dion or bala ka dion. Thandisa is for the respected one. Thandisa. Okay, let me write it. Okay. I'm deleting this. Okay. So you have given interest in this word. So Yaung Thandisa, the Thandisa is for the respected person. Yaung Dion. This I'm writing in Nepal Devanagari Lipi. Yaung Dion. This is also in sorry. Yaung Dion. Yaung Dion. That means let you have a quiet sleep or good sleep. It's kind of good sleep. Yaung means easy. I can say it in English. Yaung means easily or something like that. Quiet or sound sleep. Okay, that kind. Yaung dion. Or balaka dion. Balaka dion also we can use. We do use. Ramrari suta that hai. Ramrari suta, kind of like that. Balaka. Balaka thandisa, balaka dion. Balaka means Ramrari in Nepali. Ramrari, Sutnus, Ramrari, Suta. But the word that the FM RJs have translated from the good night is Bhitsa. And this is quite popular words now.
Surasa.
Suba, Suba Resum Bhajo.
So
So
what is
with
the
this-
second letter after yang?
This,
No. The second letter in the first word. Yang. Yang.
yeah,
What's the
Yeah.
next one?
U. Ya U. Ya U. O A U. U.
Yeah.
This U of Devanagari.
And then the last letter dhyon, that's
Dyon. Dyon.
Nepal Lipi.
No, it is Devanagari Lipi. It is not in Nepal Lipi yet. Only this thing is in Nepal Lipi. It is Devanagari Lipi. So why I am writing this in Devanagari Lipi is this actually is written with the letter added to this sound is the 2 lines touching at the more letters. So that's why I'm writing like this.
This is also a compound letter which we'll learn later.
Yes. And this is Tondisa. Ba Yonka Tondisa. Balaka Tondisa means I have a sound sleep or good sleep or a nice sleep. That is the meaning of this thing. Literally, it can be explained word by word. I mean, can be translated word by word, but the meaning is like that. Okay, is it okay? So I hope that now you can write. You can write the compound letters, adding any more single line touching at the more letters to the all the ba'akha. And so if you can do that, then we will move on to the another adding the 2 lines touching at the more letter. And before that, we will learn the cho'akha or the sequence of these letters also. Whatever we have learned today. Let's say kla, kla, kli, klu, kle, klo. So how it is written. And similarly, if it is given the shina futi, mila futi, and how it is pronounced, that also we will learn before we go to the other round. Okay. Okay, with this, I take your leave now. If you have any questions, you can ask me, or otherwise, I must say, Suba, Joselapa, and Baba. Suba.
Yauka Tondisa.
Yauka Tondisa. Okay, all. Yauka Tondisa. Yauka Tondisa. Sakle Yauka Tondisa. Have a nice sleep or sound sleep or whatever you say.
Super.
Suba, Nandita Meju, Jivan Bhaju, Arya Meju, Resham Bhaju, Anurup Bhaju, Vijay Bhaju, and all Suba. Suba. Joselapa. Joselapa. Bye bye. Business sir Joselapa.